Raise your hand if you've ever downloaded a miracle morning checklist. You swore up and down that you would wake up at 5 a.m. You thought, this is it. I'm going to become that girl. You know the one. Iced matcha, sunrise yoga, gratitude journal, check, check, check. All done by 6 a.m. But somewhere around day 3, you're staring at your ceiling at 2 a.m. with your eyes wide open, thinking, why can't I just be normal and love mornings? Let me tell you something that nobody who created those 5 a.m. morning checklists is going to say out loud. You're not broken. You're just not wired for the crack of dawn hustle. Today, we're breaking the wake up early equals success myth wide open. I'll share my own struggles with trying and failing to be a morning person, how I finally embraced my night owl superpowers, and why your creative rhythm might be the secret to unlocking your flow and not forcing it. Let's grow. Welcome to Growing Wild, the podcast where creativity meets confidence and marketing meets mindset. I'm Jamie Cole, marketer by trade, dreamer by heart, and your host on this journey to figuring it all out together. Because let's be real, building a brand and a life that you love takes more than just strategy. It takes courage. If you're ready to finally do that thing that you've been dreaming of, launch the business, grow your brand, or just make space for you, I got you. We're talking marketing tips that actually make sense, mindset shifts that get you out of your own way, and how to fully embrace who you are without apologizing. So grab your coffee, shot of tequila, or whatever keeps you sane. Let's grow. Okay, buckle up, because I have spent years trying to rewire myself. There was a stretch recently in my personal growth journey where I set my alarm for 5 a.m. every morning. I did some serious planning, found all the checklists, and then compiled them into the perfect formula for me. Or so I thought. I read the books, I listened to the podcasts, I put in the work. But every time, I convinced myself to just not get up. Or I did get up and it was like poking a bear with a hot fork. I mean, ask my husband. I did everything but literally growl when I woke up that early. I might have actually growled. And the nights before those absolute terrible mornings, I would stay up, wide awake with a brain full of actual good ideas, way later than I intended, thinking I could put them into good use when I wake up. And then I'd feel guilty because I didn't think of them at the right time. I thought if I could just try harder, I could finally become the kind of person who writes her to-do list before the sun rose while sipping on green juice. But spoiler alert, I am not that person. I do not write best in the morning. I do not come up with the best ideas in the morning. I barely even function in the morning. My peak creative window opens somewhere between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. Usually after the house goes quiet, the dog is finally asleep, and I can hear myself think. For so long, I saw that as a flaw. But guess what? It's not. It's just me. I recently found this book, The Morning Myth by Frank J. Rumbauskas, and I felt so validated. This book digs into the actual science that proves that not everyone is meant to wake up before the sun. Our chronotypes are real. Our rhythms are biological. And when you stop fighting them, your life and your business start feeling a whole lot better. Success doesn't come from when you start your day. It comes from how you use your energy, wherever that shows up. Yes, Frank. He said it and I underlined it. For so long, I thought that it made me less than. I thought that if I couldn't wake up and win the morning, I was doing something wrong. So if you do your best work under the moonlight instead of the sunlight, that's not weird. That's just your rhythm, and it's valid. And this goes both ways. If you are someone who thrives in the morning, amazing. Guard that energy like the treasure that it is. If your creative window is during toddler nap time or the golden hour of 3 to 5 p.m., or after lunch or before dinner, that's your flow. We've got to stop apologizing for our natural rhythms and start building around them. Because when we do, we stop wasting energy trying to become someone else and start reclaiming what makes us powerful, grounded, and uniquely productive. Your rhythm isn't a problem to fix, it's a map to follow. Here's the thing. If you keep building your schedule around what sounds productive instead of what feels productive, you're setting yourself up for constant failure. You'll always be behind. You'll think you're lazy or inconsistent or unmotivated, but none of that is true. You're just working against your own energy. When I started organizing my creative time around my real life rhythms and not some productivity influencer's ideal day, I started getting more done and I started feeling more energized. Here's how this book, The Morning Myth, backs me up. We are not designed to be machines, operating on a uniform 9 to 5 schedule. Your best work happens when you stop scheduling around the clock and start scheduling around your flow. So if you're listening to this while half asleep with a coffee number 3, wondering why you can't get it together, maybe it's time to stop pushing and start listening to your body, your creativity, and your truth. If this is already has your wheels turning, go hit the link in the description on this episode and check out this book. I promise it is a game changer. Let's get into the actual how. Here are 4 steps to honor your natural energy rhythm without burning out or ghosting your goals. Step 1, track your energy first. Warning, do not start with time blocking. Start with energy mapping. For 1 week, jot down when you feel focused, when you're feeling creative, and when you feel like you want to crawl into a blanket fort and disappear. This may come easy to you. Maybe you already know and you've just been waiting on the permission to take action. Step 2, name your power windows. These are your magic hours. Mine, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. I save most of my creative tasks like recording podcasts, designing, or dreaming up new ideas for those hours. And I stopped feeling guilty about it because digging in deep to this, I love my family. But if I have to say goodnight a few minutes early and not go to bed when everyone else does, that does not make me a bad mom or wife. Step 3, build flexible routines that support your flow instead of rigid schedules. Try rituals like lighting a candle, putting on your focus playlist, or switching into some comfy clothes. Train your brain that this is your zone for you. Me, it's grabbing my favorite soda and a little small snack and heading to my space. Step 4, communicate and protect that energy. Talk to your people, set boundaries. You don't have to be on when your brain is off. Instead, build a system, one that protects your focus, not just your time. Sometimes it's tough for me to say goodnight and go down to my office, even if the kids are already asleep. I still miss my husband, and I could be spending that time with him. But if I want to hit my goals and do my thing, I have to make the time to be creative. And honestly, they get me nearly all of the other hours of the day, so I deserve these few little hours to myself. Okay, back to the book. The Morning Myth has a great section on this and how to take action on all of these steps. He shares how to leverage your rhythm for more productive work and better health. Yes, Staying up late doesn't mean you're doomed. Again, check the show notes for the link. I remember the first time I was up against the clock to get an episode done. I had not been using my time wisely that week, and I needed to record, edit, and publish an episode that night. So I did it. And when I did it, it felt good. I was in the rhythm. I was jiving. I was creating, and it didn't feel forced. Even though I was up against a deadline, I didn't feel rushed. It felt natural. And that's when it hit me. Maybe I just do better at night. So now I carve out my creative time at night. It may just be these things and these moments for you to find your growth. But when you do, you'll love it. I felt so heard and so validated with what the morning myth said. Success isn't about discipline, it's about alignment. That shifted everything. Now I honor my energy by setting myself up for success. I plan my creative work for nighttime. I quit apologizing for the way I function best. And I want that for you too. So listen, if you've been beating yourself up for not being a morning person, I hope this episode is your permission slip to finally drop that guilt. You're not lazy. You're not behind. You just have a different rhythm. And it's time to work with it. Go grab the morning myth. The link is in the description. Read it with your favorite blanket at midnight if you want to, with your creative brain buzzing and your lights still on. Thanks for hanging out with me. If this episode flipped a switch for you, then please share it with a fellow night owl or the 5 a.m. clubber that has been making you feel like you don't belong. And don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps more than you know. And if you're looking for more connection, resources, and behind-the-scenes stories, you know where to find me at jamiecole.growingwild on Instagram and jamiecole.co. And of course, right here every week. And remember, your creativity isn't on a timer. It's on a rhythm. And when you finally stop forcing the clock and start following your flow, everything gets a little easier and a whole lot more you. Until next time, stay wild.